I wonder if this is going to show up backwards. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Hi, this is Maggie from Spoiled Not Sorry. Today, I just want to give an update, a kind of 1.5 month update on what I've been up to here in Madrid and how I've been doing. So in the first few weeks of me being here, I would say that I wasn't really getting settled in because there were so many visitors coming and going. And my really good friend Cindy came and stayed with us for about 2 weeks. And I also went to Bilbao and filed for my visa during August. And also August is just like a really slow month here in Spain. People are like out for vacations. A lot of stores are closed. A lot of people are out of town. And so the city kind of feels dead. And I really didn't do very much. But as my friends started leaving, I started to feel actually last week really sad and lonely. And there was one point last week when actually that was this week. There was one point I had a breakdown and I just got so frustrated because every interaction that I had in my life was with my partner, basically. And I was just getting so tired of it because I think back home in Austin, when I came here, or right before I left, I had this really full life of going to the gym after work with my friends. I would go to yoga or fitness classes or climbing, and I had work, and I had just a huge group of people in my life surrounding me. I had like lots of social plans. Every weekend I would see my friends, I would see my family, and I just had a really dynamic life. And I really, really missed that. And I think I realized this week that I sometimes go the whole day like feeling so unknown and so anonymous in this city. And I think sometimes that can feel really liberating. But for me recently, it's felt really lonely. And I think, and then I started to like process what was coming up for me, and I started to see like some of the good things. I've been going to a pottery class. I go to 2 a week. So one day I do the wheel, and then the other day I do ceramics, just like kind of hand building. And the teachers are really, really nice, and the owner is really sweet. And I feel like I'm getting to express myself really creatively in ways that I really haven't done before. I haven't done very much sculpture, and because I mostly do 2D art. This is something that I was working on today. So I've been working a lot more on anatomy because I'm creating a sculpture of a human form, or I'm just creating a sculpture, and it's actually so difficult, I think, in my discovery of 3D art, because a lot of my art that I do is 2-dimensional. And so making it 3D, like my figures were so flat. But I got this like new set of oil pencils, and I was practicing today some anatomy and different shapes and forms. So I'm excited to keep practicing and shading. I think something else that I've been feeling a lot is I feel some grief about the life that I've left. Like I said earlier, my life was so dynamic at home. Like there were so many different dynamics that were part of my day. And I was just feeling a lot of grief that like people don't know my name here. And I feel so like sometimes just like so not known. And I think that's a really common feeling for people who are new to a place. And so I think I just felt really sad about that this week. And it was really because a lot of my friends that were visiting left, and and it's been really empty here in Madrid. And so when I got this moment to quiet down, I realized I actually did feel like that. But I'm really hopeful that it's going to get better. September is coming. I'm going to go visit my mom and see some good friends while I'm there. So I'm really hopeful. And also it's going to be my birthday, which I always love. So I'm really excited for that. And I'm going to start this language course, actually. I'm starting to take Spanish. I just applied to get into this class, and I hope I really get in. But other than that, like, I've been building out my schedule. I think I will continue my classes with ceramics because I'm really loving it. Just like having this routine of outlet for art in a way that like I never have done before feels like a really special opportunity. And I'm making so many cool pieces. I can't wait until they're fired and glazed so I can show you guys. Something else I've been noticing as I'm like processing and experiencing my life here is that there's this like pressure inside of me to be good at things. Like, I think I was feeling this grief because I was expecting myself to immediately already be accustomed to everything, like immediately be having friends or like doing the master level at life. And it's been really humbling just to realize like, no, I'm starting from the bottom, like everyone has to. And it's a good thing. I'm a beginner. And so having a beginner mindset will help me be curious and take each day as if it's new. And I think that's also something really special about moving somewhere new and not knowing anyone or anything, because I think in my life in Austin, there were so many knowns to me, which was very, very comforting and secure for me. But at the same time, like, I knew if I went out, how the night would end, most 90% of the time. And I started getting really lazy about trying new things because I just felt like I already knew how certain people were going to be like, even though I didn't know them. Or I think I just wasn't as open to new experiences as I am now, because I have a lot more time now and a lot more motivation to get to know new things here and experience different things here. So I'm really excited for this beginner mind to push me to do things that are out of my comfort zone and are going to bring in a different version of myself that I could not have imagined before. And I think I was a little disappointed because before I came here, I knew this was like a big manifestation point for me, that I had dreamed of moving abroad for so many years, and I was finally gonna get to do it. And I was so excited to get here and be able to like set roots immediately, be with my partner, and create a life. I thought this life was just going to come to me like this. And I think in so many ways I'm realizing that even though, yes, this is what I really want and what I really feel like is meant for me, at the same time, it still takes time and it still takes work to build a community and a life that I really love. So it's been a lesson for me in that. And I think something else that is really interesting is even after I quit my job and moved here and I don't have a job, I feel like I'm always looking for ways to still find myself to be productive. And this productivity mindset is just like really ingrained in me. Like, it doesn't feel right to do nothing or like do very little or only enjoy my time. And I think that there's a learning process for me to even start to enjoy my time. And so that's pretty interesting. I really wonder how that's going to unfold over the next few months or years. And I wonder if I will be able to completely change my outlook on productivity and like making my life productive and valuable. And yeah, maybe that's going to shift or change. I'm not sure.
Want to say hi?
Oh, you're so cute. I love her. She's so cute. I was thinking, just like in one of my low moments when I had my breakdown, like that I just like didn't feel like I had purpose anymore. Like without my job, I didn't have any purpose. I didn't have like a direction that I was going in. And I realized, like, what if I am the purpose? Like, what if just living my life and like enjoying myself, my company is my purpose? And that really like shocked me in my head because I don't think I've ever thought that way. I think there's always been a next step, a next direction that I felt like my life was going to go. Like after high school, then college, and in college get good grades, and then after college get a job. And there's so many clear directions about what's next for me. And I think this is the first time that that like my schedule is blank. I have no friends, nothing to do. And it's really interesting. Like I feel like I'm 15 again. Like I feel like I'm going to high school all over again and everything's different and everything's new. So it's been very interesting, like feeling that way. And so many different feelings come up for me because of that. So definitely feel like this is an important step to also acknowledge, like this is part of the process as well. Some things that I have learned is a smile is free. When a stranger smiles at me, and or when I smile at a stranger and they smile back, that is free, and it makes me feel so good. Like after days of like not interacting with people, I'm like, oh, it feels so nice like to have a genuine smile and acknowledgement with someone else. Like I'm appreciating it so much more than I've ever appreciated it when I lived in Austin. And I like honestly would not really smile at people when I was in Austin. Like I wouldn't really approach people that often or talk to people or make small talk. And I think now that I'm here, I'm like desperate for a human connection. And when people smile at me, I'm like, and when they're helpful for me, I'm so happy. Like it's like made my day. And that's like not a mindset that I really had when I was in Austin and felt really comfortable with my life. So a smile is free. Yeah, something else I've been doing is just taking care of my body. I had a dream a few days ago, I think 2 days ago, about making this like yam and rib soup, very Taiwanese. I grew up with it. And I woke up and I at lunch got the groceries and I made the soup, and it was so nourishing for me. It's like exactly what I needed. And I've been feeling homesick, so that felt so nourishing. And so I've just been trying to like give my body what it's craving and what it wants and try to eat really well, because my body is so sensitive to my emotions. When I'm sad, like my body's not feeling good. So I'm trying to just take care of it as best as I can and try to make myself a little bit happier. Also, I'm trying to laugh more. I know that sounds like kind of silly, but you know those like moments when you have like kind of something annoying with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you could laugh or you could get mad. And most of the time, I would say like 70% of the time, I actually get mad. But, you know, it's just as easy, maybe a little bit a little bit harder, but it's also easy to just laugh. And sometimes that laugh is actually pretty funny. Okay, so some other things that I have been, some more, maybe on a more positive note, some things that I've been really actually pretty happy about that I'm like settling into Madrid is I feel like the first month that we were here, we were buying pretty exclusively from the mercado, the like farmers market basically. And it was really good quality and really fresh. But I felt like our grocery bill was so high. And we started shopping recently at different grocery stores like Carrefour and even like Alcampo. And I feel like we have like our system down on like how to spend groceries. Our grocery bill is still high, but I would say that we're definitely getting the hang of like how to optimize like our grocery bill. So I feel really happy about that. I found like a really good bread place next to our apartment, which is really exciting because I just want to find like the little places that's my spot. I feel like I had so many spots in Austin. Like this is where I like to get coffee, and this is where I like to get my smoothie and my nails done, or like whatever. This is where I like to get groceries or fancy groceries. And I just like, when I first came here, I had no idea about anything. Like I didn't know like what the equivalent of a Home Depot was. Like I didn't know what the equivalent of like, where can I buy little like boxes to put my toiletries in. I just like didn't know anything. Like I didn't know how to organize anything. And that made me really frustrated. So like I'm really happy to tell you that I have found the best chino close to home. And I know the term chino may sound offensive maybe, but here in Spain, the chinos are like the Chinese owned stores that sell like literally anything. A lot of times they'll sell like little plastic goods or like home goods, but they'll sell like paper, toys, like literally anything. And they are like ranging from really small, like just like a corner market, to really big, and they'll sell like a lot of things. And I found one really close to our house that's pretty cheap, and they sell like anything. I bought like just some kitchen items that we still needed and a little lamp. But yeah, it's awesome. I love it. What else did I find? Something I want to do is show you guys the apartment after we clean it one day. We have all of our plants. Actually, one of them unfortunately has passed. But I'm really excited about how we've decorated our apartment, and I'm really happy about it. So I really want to show you guys. It has taken probably this whole time, month and a half, we're like probably 95% of the way there on furnishing our house. We just bought our TV this week. Before, we were watching TV on a laptop and it was not very pleasant. But we finally have our TV, and I'm just really happy with our space. It feels amazing to have a space that we have, and it's like so bright, and the weather is getting better, so I think we can sit outside more. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying our space. I think a lot of things will continue to shift in my life emotionally, and just how I'm building out my schedule. It's still really dynamic right now, as I'm like really trying to tune into what activities I want to spend my time doing and how I want to spend my money also. But something I didn't mention earlier is I actually just signed up for Bumble BFF because I am really trying to find friends. Okay, so yeah, I will keep you updated on how that goes, and maybe I'll do a little like, I'll show you guys who I've become friends with. But yeah, I think for now that's my updates for the first month and a half. They're not super exciting, but I think they are little beginnings of things, and I think they will grow into good fruit. And I'm really excited to just keep documenting what I have going on and see how things change for me in the next few months. So please leave a comment and like and subscribe if you want to follow my journey. Thank you for all your support. I love you guys so much.